Hello, everyone. This is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to bring you some Stratomatic baseball card and dice. Makes everything nice on the tabletop. Continuing our 1976 Bicentennial tournament, we are now in the American League West region. Our first series between the 1976 White Sox, who were 64 and 97, finished sixth in the American League West, taking on the third place team, Minnesota Twins. They finished 85 and 77. The Royals and Oakland A's had ties in the first round in the American League West region. Best out of three, game one, coming up next on the channel. Let's get to the starting lineups for the visiting Chicago White Sox of 1976. Doing the pitching, left-handed knuckleballer Wilbur Wood, former Boston Red Sox. 4-3, 2.24 ERA in 7 starts. Only allowed 3 home runs, struck out 31 while only walking 11 in 56 innings pitched. Leading off, playing right field, Ralph Garr. Batting second, the shortstop, Bucky Dent. The DH batting third, George Orta. Batting cleanup, the left fielder, Lamar Johnson. Batting fifth, at first base, Jim Spencer. Playing third base, batting sixth, Kevin Bell. Batting seventh, at second base, Jack Brohammer. Doing the catching, batting eighth, Brian Downing. Playing center field, batting ninth, Chet Lemon. So those are the Chicago White Sox for game one of the best of three, round one, West region. Opposing the White Sox here in Minnesota are the Minnesota Twins. Dave Goltz gets the start. Right-handed hurler. Goltz was 14 and 14, 3.36 ERA, 35 starts, allowed 14 homers, struck out 133 while walking 91. He threw 249 innings. Leading off, the designated hitter, Steve Braun. Batting second, the shortstop, Roy Smalley. Rod Carew plays first, bats third. Tremendous year for Carew in 1976, 331, 29 doubles, 12 triples, 9 homers, 90 ribbies. The cleanup hitter, left fielder, Larry Heisel. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Lyman Bostock. In right field, batting sixth, Disco Dan Ford. Doing the catching, batting seventh, Butch Weininger. Batting eighth, playing third base, Mike Cubbage. Rounding out the lineup for the Minnesota Twins, at second, batting ninth, Bob Randall. So there you have the lineups. Dave Goltz and the Twins take the field first here in Minnesota. Goltz going through his warm-up tosses. For the White Sox, it will be Gar, Dent, Orta to face the right-handed hurling Dave Goltz. Goltz, point of weakness check comes in the 7th inning, unless he is hammered by runs. Wilbur Wood, the knuckleballer, the lefty for the White Sox, point of weakness check starts in the 8th. Goltz up on the mound. Ralph Gar, left-hander's batter's box. The pitch to Ralph Gar. Off the Goltz card, we have a 4-4 left-handed batter. So a 4 and a 4. Fly ball to center field. That ball is hit to Lyman Bostock. Range error check. Bostock is a 2E6. That is a 6. I believe Bostock will make the catch for out number 1. Going back, reaching up. He does make the catch. Gar is retired. Fly out to center. 1 down for the right-hand batting shortstop, Bucky Dent. Dent in that exaggerated sort of crouch, choking up on the bat. The pitch from Goltz to Bucky Dent off the Dent card, right-handed pitcher. We have a 2-7. 2-7. Ground ball to his counterpart, Roy Smalley. Smalley throws to Rod Carew, 2 away. 2 up, 2 down for the White Sox. That will bring up left-hand batting DH George Orta. Weiniger wiggles the fingers. The pitch to George Orta. Swinging that left-handed stick. Goltz deals Orta 5-2 off the Goltz card. Left-handed pitcher. 5-2 is a walk. So George Orta gets the free pass. He's at first. He's an A stealer. So they're definitely going to hold him on. Do we want to steal? Again, if you're just watching for the first time, the way I do the steals for advanced Stratomatic, I just go off the pitcher's hold in the catcher's arm. That's it. I don't have the extra hold that they do in the rules. So Goltz is a -1. Weiniger is a 0 arm. Orta is an A stealer, so it's a -1, 1 through 14 with 2 outs. They're going to try to get Orta in scoring position. He's going to go, and he is out. Outside pitch. Weiniger quickly pops out of the crouch, fires to second. Applying the tag is Roy Smalley. Side is retired. Orta out. 2-6. Lamar Johnson was at the plate. He'll lead off the top of the 2nd. Great throw by Butch Weiniger. And we forgot to write in the second baseman, Randall. For the Twins. So let's do that right now. Bob Randall. Randall is a 3E27. Okay, that's all done. The left-handed knuckleballer Wilbur Wood takes the mound for the Chi Sox here in Minnesota. Wood goes through his warm-up tosses. He will face Braun, Smalley, Carew. If anyone gets on, Larry Heisel. Steve Braun digs in the left-hander's batter's box. The knuckleballer Wilbur Wood sends the flutter ball fourth. 111, a left-handed pitcher in a lefty-lefty matchup. 111 pops it up to the right side of the catcher, Brian Downing. Downing will make the play. Braun is retired. 1 down for the Twins in the bottom of the first. That will bring up the switch-hitting shortstop Roy Smalley. Smalley digs in the right-hander's batter's box. The knuckleball from Wilbur Wood. Wood to Smalley. 4-10, right-handed batter. We have a 4, we have a 10. Oh, he swung at the high knuckleball. Shallow fly ball to left. Coming in to make the catch is Lamar Johnson, 2 away. Base is empty, 2 outs for Rod Carew, the Twins' first baseman. Another lefty-lefty matchup here. Downing knows what's coming. He's praying he can stop the knuckleball. The pitch to Rod Carew. The flutter ball flies fourth with a 6-7. Lefty batter. You have a 6, you have a 7. Swing and a miss. Side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Twins. We're through 1 here in Minnesota, no score. Round 1, American League West Region, 1976 Bicentennial Tournament. Game 1, best of 3. White Sox Twins. So a good inning for Wilbur Wood and the White Sox. Dave Goltz back up on the mound for the Minnesota Twins. Goltz will face Lamar Johnson, Jim Spencer, Kevin Bell. Lamar Johnson was at the plate when George Orta was thrown out at second by Butch Weiniger to end the top of the first. The pitch to Lamar Johnson, righty-righty matchup. 5-10, right-handed batter. We have a 5, we have a 10. That's a hard hit ball to short. Roy Smalley is a 3E30. That's a 14. 14. Smalley charges, quick release. Lamar Johnson is out at first. Nice play by Roy Smalley. Johnson retired 6-3. 1 down here in the top of the second. Left-hand batting first baseman Jimmy Spencer steps into the box. The windup and the pitch from Goltz to Spencer. 2-7, right-handed pitcher. We have a 2, we have a 7. Line shot towards second, and it's through. Over the leap of Jack Brohammer. I'm sorry, over the leap of Bob Randall. Again, we had a 2-7, single 1 through 7. We rolled a 1. So Spencer at first with 1 out. He is a C base stealer. They'll hold him on. He's not going to steal. Rod Carew's range goes from a 4 to a 5. 1 out, 1 on for Kevin Bell, right-hand batting third baseman for the White Sox. The Twins hoping to turn 2 up the middle. The pitch to Kevin Bell from Dave Goltz. Off the Bell card, right-handed pitcher. We have a 3-5. A 3 and a 5 is a single to right. Spencer is 1 through 11. Disco Dan Ford is a 0 arm, but with 1 out. The White Sox will play station to station. 1 out, 2 on for Jack Brohammer. White Sox trying to take an early lead here against the Twins. Goltz looks in, as a sign from Weiniger. Pitch homeward bound to Jack Brohammer off the Brohammer card. Right-handed pitcher. We have a 3-8. A 3-8. Goltz comes in tight, jamming Brohammer. It's a pop-up right side. Carew waits for it. He makes the catch. 2 outs, 2 on. Runners will be off on contact, so there'll be a +2 on the base paths. Spencer goes from a 1 through 11 to a 1 through 13. Bell 1 through 12 to a 1 through 14. Brian Downing will try to get a clutch 2-out hit here. The White Sox catcher. The windup and the pitch to Downing from Dave Goltz. Goltz deals Downing a 6-5 right-handed batter. So you have a 6, you have a 5. That's a hard hit ball to short. Roy Smalley has it, throws to Carew. Side is retired. The White Sox strand 2. We go to the bottom of the second. No score here in Minnesota. Sports Time Machine has joined us. Check out and subscribe to that wonderful channel. So Chet Lemon will lead off the top of the third. Wilbur Wood to the mound in the bottom of the second for the White Sox. Larry Heisel will lead things off for the Twins. Wood is done with his warm-up tosses. He will face Heisel, Bostock, Disco Dan Ford. If anyone gets on, the switch-hitting catcher, Butch Weiniger. No score, bottom of the second. The flutter ball to Larry Heisel from the knuckler, Wilbur Wood. 1-4, left-handed pitcher. 1-4, chopper to short. Bucky Dent has it, fires to first. Heisel's gone. 1 down. So with 1 out, bottom of the second, center fielder Lyman Bostock steps to the left-hander's batter's box. This is a lefty-lefty matchup. Again, Brian Downing. I don't know why he's wiggling his fingers. It's the flutter ball. The pitch to to Bostock. 6-7, left-handed batter. 6-7, swing and a miss. Wilbur Wood records his second strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty for Disco Dan Ford. He'd like to go dancing around the bases. Wood takes a deep breath. He's ready. The pitch to Disco Dan Ford. The knuckler is a 6-5 right-handed batter. We have a 6. We have a 5. Ground ball to Bucky Dent. Dent throws to Spencer. 1, 2, 3 go the Twins in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third. Scoreless here in Minnesota. Game 1, best of 3. Round 1, American League West Region 1976 Bicentennial Tournament. Dave Goltz to the bump for the Twins. Goltz will face Chet Lemon, the number 9 batter. Then the top of the order, Gar, Bucky Dent. If anyone gets on, George Orta. The pitch to Chet Lemon, righty-righty matchup. Off the Dave Goltz card, 5'11", right-handed batter. So we have a 5, we have an 11. That's a fly ball out to left field for Larry Heisel. Heisel's a 2E6. That's a 12. I believe he's going to make the catch on the 12. Nope, we're going to go to the error check. He is an E6. That's a 4. Oh, boy, I don't think that's going to be bueno if you are a Twins fan. 4 That's a two-base error on Larry Heisel off the bat of Chet Lemon. The ball ticks off Heisel's glove, rolls into the corner. By the time he retrieves it, throws it back in, Chet Lemon stands at second with no outs. So we have an E7. Lemon at second. Ralph Garr to the plate. He's an A bunter. He will bunt. They will play for the bunt. He'll be a B bunter. Gold's trying to jam him. Garr squares the bunt. That's a 7 on a B. It's a good bunt. Advancing to third will be Chet Lemon. Garr is out. The ball was fielded by Rod Carew. He pivots, throws to Randall, the second baseman on the wheel play. But again, Chet Lemon stands 90 feet away from the White Sox, scoring the first run of this baseball game. Good bunt by Garr. That will bring up Bucky Dent. Can Bucky Dent pick up a ribby here? Weiniger goes out to the mound to have a word with Goltz, back behind the plate. Squats down, sets the target. The pitch to Bucky Dent, 1 out. Lemon at third. Goltz deals Dent a 2-5 right-handed pitcher. So we have a 2 and a 5. That's a ground ball to short A. Ground ball. If no runners are forced, runners hold. So a very good play by Roy Smalley on the hard hit ball. Contact play was not on. Lemon stands at third. Dent grounds out to his counterpart Smalley for a second time. 2 outs. So it's going to be up to George Orta. Orta singled in the first with 2 outs. However, was thrown out trying to steal second by Butch Weiniger. Here's the pitch, homeward bound to George Orta. Off the Orta card, right-handed pitcher, 1-6. A 1 and a 6. Swing and a miss. He chased high and away. The heat went right by him. Lemon stranded at third. The White Sox squander an opportunity. We go to the bottom of the third here in Minnesota. Round 1, American League West Region, 1976 Bicentennial Tournament. No score. Due up for the Twins, bottom third of their order, Weiniger, Cubbage, Randall. To face the knuckleballer, Wilbur Wood. So far, 2 scoreless and hitless innings for Wilbur Wood. Striding to the plate, switch hitting catcher Butch Weiniger of the Twins. Weiniger to the right-hander's batter's box. Wood to Weiniger. The flutter ball. 2-7. Left-handed pitcher. 2-7. There's a single to right. He waited nicely on the knuckle. First hit of the game for the Twins. So Weiniger's at first. He's an E stealer, will not be held on. Mike Cubbage steps to the plate. He's a C bunter. He's not bunting. It's a good double play possibility here with Weiniger at first, Cubbage at the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch to Mike Cubbage from Wilbur Wood. 2-7. 2-7. That's a walk. Wood finding himself in a bit of trouble here. Free pass sends Cubbage to first. Weiniger to second. 2 on, no outs for Randall, the number 9 hitter. He's an A bunter, and he will bunt. They'll play for the bunt. He'll be a B bunter. It's tough to bunt a knuckleball, though. Randall squares the bunt. That's a 10. I think that's bad. Wilbur Wood pounces off the mound, throws to third for the force out. The other runners advance. So Wilbur Wood on the ball, bunted a bit too hard by Bob Randall, quickly pouncing off the mound, pivoting, throwing to third to force out Weiniger. Cubbage to second. Fielder's choice. 1 to 6, we'll say. As a shortstop, Dent was covering third. On a failed sack. We're just going to put sack here. Excellent play by Wilbur Wood, fielding his position. 1 out, first and second. Top of the order, Steve Braun, who popped out to the catcher. He's 0 for 1. The pitch to Braun from Wilbur Wood. 3-12, left-handed pitcher. 3-12, line shot to first, snaring it is Spencer. He steps on the bag, doubling up Randall. The side is retired. Again, you see left-handed pitcher, 3-12, line out first, Max. It's a line out 3 double play. We're through 3 here in Minnesota. We go to the top of the 4th. No score. Great reaction by Jimmy Spencer at first for the White Sox. Goltz back to the mound for the top of the 4th. Goltz will face Lamar Johnson, Jim Spencer, Kevin Bell. If anyone gets on for the White Sox, Jack Brohammer. Lamar Johnson, 0 for 1. He grounded to short. The pitch from Goltz to Johnson. Off the Goltz card, right-handed batter. We're looking at a 5-10. A 5 and a 10 is a ground ball to Roy Smalley at short. He is a 3E30. That's a 20. He should make the play, but let's just make sure. 20. He backhands it, fires low to first, scoop out of the dirt by Carew. Johnson out once again, 6-3. He's now 0 for 2. 2 outs, base is empty for left-hand batting Jimmy Spencer. Spencer had 14 home runs in 1976 with 70 ribbies. David Selinsky has joined us in the press booth, a.k.a. the chat, along with Sports Time Machine. Remember to check out and subscribe to Sports Time Machine, our good friend, Mr. Utah Mike. The windup and the pitch to Jim Spencer from Dave Goltz, righty-lefty matchup. We have a 4-11 left-handed batter, 4-11 single to left. So Spencer takes the outside pitch the other way. He's now 2 for 2. Spencer at first, 1 out. Kevin Bell's 1 for 1. He's single in the second. Twins hoping for a double play off the bat of Bell. Spencer's a C-stealer. They'll hold him on, cutting down Carew's range. It goes from a 4 to a 5. Pitch homeward bound to Kevin Bell. 1 out, 1 on. 3-6 to Kevin Bell. Right-handed pitcher. 3-6. This ball is hit deep to right. Going back is Disco Dan Ford. He makes the catch. Disco Dan Ford leaps and makes the catch, robbing a homer, or at least a double, off the bat of Kevin Bell. 3-6, 1 through 11. It's gone. It's a 19. What a great play by Disco Dan Ford. Spencer was 3/4 of the way to second, quickly turns, runs back, slides in safely, feet first. There are 2 down now. What a catch by Disco Dan Ford. 2 outs. Spencer will be off on contact. They will not hold him on. He'll be a +2 runner. 1 through 13. The White Sox made a bid for a 2-0 lead. But Disco Dan Ford said, none shall pass. Jack Brohammer's 0 for 1. He lined out to first. Here's the pitch to Brohammer. Spencer will be off on contact. 6-7 left-handed batter. We have a 6. We have a 7. Brohammer battles Goltz to a walk. The free pass sends Brohammer to first. Spencer to second. 2 outs, 2 on for Brian Downing, who grounded to short. He's 0 for 1. Righty-righty matchup. Weiniger sets the defense, squats down behind the plate, wiggles the fingers. Goltz nods his head in acknowledgement. Pitch homeward bound to Brian Downing, the White Sox catcher. It's off the Downing card, right-handed pitcher, 3-9. A 3-9 swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. The White Sox have another opportunity but fail to score. They strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th. No score here in Minnesota. Game 1, best of 3, American League West Region, 1976 Bicentennial Tournament. Wilbur Wood will try to match the goose egg produced by Dave Goltz and the Twins. Wood wiggled out of a mess thanks to a line drive double play off the bat of Braun to end the bottom of the 3rd. Due up for the Twins, Smalley, Carew, Heisel, if anyone gets on, Lyman, Bostock. The knuckleball to Roy Smalley, who's 0 for 1. He flew out in his first at-bat. The flutter ball to Smalley, 3-11, left-handed pitcher. So you have a 3, you have an 11. It's a ground ball to first. Spencer has it, takes it to the bag himself. Smalley is retired. Roy's now 0 for 2. 1 out, base is empty for Rod Carew. He struck out against the flutter ball in his first at-bat. The windup and the pitch from Wood to Carew. It's a knuckler. 4-5. Left-handed batter. So we have a 4. We have a 5. Carew. Does he have normal power? No, he does not. Against lefties, he has weak power. So if it's 1 through 12, it will be a single. If it's 13 through 20, a double. It is a single. And again, he has weak power against lefties. The W indicates weak. And you can see there's an N next to the HR, which means normal power. So you really want him to roll, if you're a Twins fan, a 13 or better, because he gets the double at least. Instead, it is a single. Carew is now 1 for 2. So a single for Carew. He's a double-A stealer. He's going to go. Double-A stealer 1 through 17. Wilbur Wood is a -2, but Downing is a +1, so that's a -1. 1 through 16. Again, I don't do the extra hold. He's out! Unbelievable! We've had 2 pretty good steal attempts, and we've rolled 18. That was when Weiniger threw out Orta. Now, 1 through 16, he was going to be safe. We roll a 17. He is out. So again, let's do the math. -2 + 1 is a -1. Double-A stealer stealing second. 1 through 17. He's out. Unbelievable. It's like my field goal kicking. Out. Stealing. Applying the tag was the second baseman, Jack Brohammer. So that's going to go 2-4. 2 down, base is empty. Larry Heisel steps back in the batter's box. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to Bucky Dent. Wood to Heisel. Off the Heisel card, left-handed pitcher, 110. A 1 and a 10. Heisel sends his ball deep to right. That flutter ball was a bit high, and you know what they say? Knuckleball high, tee it up and let it fly. That ball is deep, deep, deep. Ralph Garr leaps. He makes the catch. And the side is retired. Ralph Garr says, if Disco Dan Ford can do it, so can I. Holy cow, we had a 110 home run, 1 through 14. Ralph Garr says, none shall pass. We go to the top of the 5th. They're flashing the leather here in Minnesota, both teams. No score. Game 1, best of 3, American League West Region, 1976 Bicentennial Tournament. Larry Heisel can't believe it. The Twins fans can't believe it. But you better believe it. Here we go, top of 5. Goltz will face the number 9 batter, Chet Lemon, then the top of the order, the man who just made that magnificent catch, Ralph Garr, followed by Bucky Dent. If anyone gets on, the DH, George Orta. Once again, I'd like to thank David Selinsky and Sports Time Machine, who are in the press booth, a.k.a. the chat. Sean Kaufman has joined us in the press booth. Hope all is well. As Sean says, hi, Al. Love to see the Stratomatic on the table. It's a good game. My 3 baseball games that I play the most right now, the tabletop ones, Stratomatic, APA, and History Maker Baseball. I enjoy them all. Here's Chet Lemon. He reached on a 2-base error, made it all the way to third, but failed to score. Goltz to Lemon to lead off the top of the 5th. It's going to be off the Goltz card, righty-righty matchup, 6-4. A 6 and a 4 is a ground ball to third, range error check to Mike Cubbage. He's a 4E31. That is a 10. We're going to go to the error check. Again, he's an E31. That's an ouch. 10. He might make the play on an E31. I don't know. E31. He does. 10, 11, and 12. Diving stop by Cubbage. Pops up. Throws to Carew. Retiring Chet Lemon. What a play by Cubbage. 1 out. Top of the order, Ralph Garr. For the White Sox. This has been a pitcher's duel defensive struggle with a lot of wonderful leather being flashed by both ball clubs here in Minnesota. Ralph Garr 0 for 1 with a sac bunt. The windup and the pitch to Ralph Garr from the righty, Dave Goltz. 5-9. Left-handed batter, 5-9, ground ball to short, Roy Smalley. Range error check. He is a 3E30. That's a 4. That's going to be a base hit. Single past the dive of Smalley into left field. Yep. So that great diving stop by Cubbage, very important right now. Gar's at first. He's a B stealer. -1 for Goltz. So that would be 1 through 12. Bucky Dent at the plate. 1 through 12. He's safe. He's going to go. He is going to steal. There goes Ralph Garr, the throw down, and he is safe. We roll an 11. So finally, a stolen base is accomplished by the White Sox. We had a twin thrown out. We had Order thrown out for the White Sox. And Carew thrown out for the Twins. So with one out, Gar's at second base in scoring position for Bucky Dent. Dent has grounded to his counterpart, Roy Smalley, twice. He's 0 for 2. The pitch to Bucky Dent. One out. Gar at second. Dent trying to drive him in. We have a 6-8 righty-righty matchup. 6-8 single to left. So Bucky Dent singles to left. Heisel has a +2 arm. Gar is a 1 through 17 base runner. +2 is 19. They will wave him home, and he is safe. 1-0. White Sox, RBI single with one out for Bucky Dent. Stolen base comes into play. Go, go, White Sox baseball. A la 1959. When the White Sox would fall to the Los Angeles Dodgers 4-2 in the World Series. One out. Dent at first. He's definitely not a base-stealing threat. He's a D base stealer. They will not hold him on. The pitch to George Orta. 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Caught stealing. Orta is dealt from Goltz. 6'10", left-handed batter. 6'10", shallow fly ball to right. Coming in, making the catch, is Disco Dan Ford, retreating to first, Bucky Dent. 2 outs, Dent will be off on contact. He'll be a +2 runner, 1 through 14. Lamar Johnson has grounded to short twice. Righty-righty matchup. The pitch to Lamar Johnson. Dave Goltz goes breaking pitch here. 6-6. You get your kicks on Route 66. Right-handed batter. 6-6. Chopper to short. Smalley has it. Quick release to Carew. The side is retired. The third time Lamar Johnson has grounded to Roy Smalley. But the single, stolen base by Gar, the one-out single by Dent, scores Gar. The White Sox take a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Game 1, best of 3, American League West Region, Round 1, 1976 Bicentennial Tournament. The upstart White Sox have a 1-0 lead. They feel they can do some damage in this Bicentennial Tournament. They feel they have the pitching. Wilbur Wood is on the mound. Morris Johnson, how you doing? Hope all is well, Morris. Thank you for joining us in the press booth, a.k.a. the chat. Morris says, another pitcher's duel. Let's play 15. One nothing White Sox. Wilbur Wood back up on the perch. Ready to send the flutter ball forth. He'll face Bostock, Disco Dan Ford, Butch Weiniger, Mike Cubbage, if anyone gets on. Lyman Bostock struck out in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Here's the knuckler to Bostock. 4-10, left-handed batter. So you have a 4, you have a 10. Oh, he chased the flutter ball. Sends it sky high to shallow center. Chet Lemon comes in, makes the catch. Bostock is 0 for 2. One out here in the bottom of the fifth. 1-0 White Sox. Disco Dan Ford, who made one magnificent catch to Rob, most likely a homer, is 0 for 1. Grounded to short. Wilbur Wood is going to try to sneak a fastball past Dan Ford. 6-4. Right-handed batter. 6-4. Ford sends this out to center field. Chet Lemon is a 3E4. That's a 15. Lemon comes racing in, dives forward, and he makes the catch. 2 away. A face-first sliding, diving catch by Chet Lemon retires Disco Dan Ford. We are seeing plenty of web gems in this game. 2 outs, base is empty for Butch Weiniger. Weiniger singled. Advanced to second on the walk by Cubbage. So it was first and second, no outs in the bottom of the third when Randall bunted the ball towards the mound. Wilbur Wood popped off the mound, got the lead runner Weiniger. Then Braun lined into a double play to Spencer at first. Weiniger looking for revenge. The pitch with 2 outs and no one on to the switch-hitting catcher Butch Weiniger. Wood goes back to the knuckler. It's a 2-5. Left-handed pitcher, 2-5, 1-15. That's a line shot towards short. A step and a dive by Bucky Dent to his right. Single off the glove of Dent. Inning stays alive. Weiniger is now 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Mike Cubbage walked his first at-bat. Weiniger definitely not a threat to steal. They'll play behind him. Here's Mike Cubbage, lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch to Cubbage from Wilbur Wood. 5s across the board. We have a 5-10. 5-10. Ground ball to second. Brohammer has it. Tosses to Spencer. The side is retired. The 2-out single doesn't hurt. We go to the top of the 6th. The upstart White Sox won. The number 3 seed in the American League West region. Minnesota Twins, nothing. Wilbur Wood has put up 5 scoreless innings. Dave Goltz to the mound will try to keep it a 1-run deficit for the Twins. Goltz will face in the top of the 6th. Spencer, Bell, Brohammer. If anyone gets on, the catcher, Brian Downing. The Minnesota righty rocks and deals to Jim Spencer, left-hand batting first baseman. For the White Sox, 4-7, left-handed batter, 4-7, hard hit ball to second. Randall has it over to first. Spencer is retired for the first time, 4-3. He's now 2 for 3. 1 out, top of the 6th. Kevin Bell, 1 for 2. He's singled and flown out to Disco Dan Ford, who robbed him of a homer. Goltz to Bell. Goltz fires in a 6-7. Right-handed batter, 6-7. Possible single 1 through 8, or a great reaction play at third, and a throw to first. An 11. Cubbage with a backhanded diving stab. Pops up, throws to first, scooped out of the dirt by Carew. 2 away. Mike Cubbage. Another magnificent play at the hot corner for the Minnesota Twins. 2 down, base is empty for Jack Brohammer. Brohammer has popped out to first and walked. He's 0 for 1. Morris Johnson says Wilbur Wood, 120, lost 20 in the same year. That was in the early 70s, wasn't it? I think. Wilbur Wood in 1976. He only had 7 starts, but he was 4-3 with a 2.24 ERA. So we gave him the start in game 1 because in reality, he probably was their best pitcher mathematically. Morris Johnson says Wilbur Wood, 1973, 24, and 20. Did he not pitch both games of a doubleheader in the early 70s also? I'm pretty sure he did that, as crazy as that sounds. All right, here's the 2-out pitch to Jack Brohammer from Dave Goltz. 5-6. Brohammer is a left-handed batter. We have a 5, we have a 6. Strike 3 looking. Inside corner. Weiniger did a wonderful job of framing it. Brohammer doesn't like the call, but the side is retired. That is the 3rd strikeout for Goltz. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 1-0 White Sox. Game 1, best of 3, round 1, American League West Region 1976 Bicentennial Tournament. As Morris Johnson confirms, says he believes I am correct that Wilbur Wood did pitch both games of a doubleheader, the knuckleballer, the flutter ball as I like to call it. So Wilbur Wood to the mound for the White Sox. Bicentennial Tournament, a chance for all the teams who did not make the playoffs to get revenge, a chance for redemption this Bicentennial Tournament. Sean Kaufman says he thinks it was 1972 that he pitched both games of a doubleheader. So Wilbur Wood will face the number 9 batter for the Twins, second baseman Randall, top of the order D.H. Braun, shortstop Smalley. If anyone gets on, first baseman Rod Carew. Bottom of the 6th. Wilbur Wood deals the knuckleball to Bob Randall. Off the Wood card, right-handed batter. We have a 6-7. A 6 and a 7. Swing and a miss. The ball hits the dirt. Quickly applying the tag to the leg of Bob Randall is Brian Downing. Wilbur Wood records his 3rd strikeout. 1 out. Top of the 6th, 1-0 White Sox. Steve Braun, 0 for 2. He's popped out and lined into a double play. Lefty-lefty matchup. Wood looks in. Brian Downing praying to God that he can stop the knuckleball. The pitch to Steve Braun. 4-3. What will it be? We shall see. You have a 4. You have a 3. It is a fly ball to right. He chased the high knuckler. Going back a bit. Making the catch, Ralph Garr. Steve Braun is now 0 for 3. 2 outs, base is empty for Roy Smalley. Smalley's 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out. Switch hitting Smalley advances to the right-hander's batter's box. Wood is ready. The flutter ball flies forth from Wilbur Wood. Off the Smalley card, left-handed pitcher, 2-7. A 2 and a 7. Fly ball to center field. That's carrying a bit, but not enough. Chet Lemon at the warning track makes the catch. 1, 2, 3. Go the Twins. In the bottom of the 6th, we go to the top of the 7th. 1-0 White Sox. Wilbur Wood has the knuckler. It's a moving, it's a darting, it's a daring, it's a dropping. It's the flutter ball. Brian Hoxie, how you doing? As he joins us in the press booth, a.k.a. the chat. He says, good evening, Al, and all. Solid pitching matchup. Yes. When I was looking at these teams, because these best out of 3, these tournaments, you look at pitching, and I went, the White Sox can do some damage. They have a little bit of hitting, but they have some decent pitching. Dave Goltz in the top of the 7th will face Downing Lemon, top of the order, Ralph Garr. Oh, that's the double header. So Morris Johnson says, I believe he's talking about Wilbur Wood, the double header. Sean Kaufman believes it was in 1972. Morris Johnson, regarding Wilbur Wood, didn't get out of the first in the first game, and then went 4 1/3 innings pitched in the second game, lost both decisions. Morris Johnson says, have to love Baseball Reference. Brian Hoxie, Goltz won 20 games in 1977. I have 1977 Strat. We might do a tournament with that one. I was thinking about doing like 76, 77. Those are Strat seasons. I have 78, 79 APA seasons. But we shall see. Let's get through this one first. All right. Leading off things here in the top of the 7th with a 1-0 lead for the White Sox, the catcher, Brian Downing. Downing is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. Goltz to Downing, righty-righty matchup. 6-6, get your kicks on Route 66, right-handed batter. You have a 6, That's a hard hit ball to short. Roy Smalley has it, throws to Rod Carew. Downing is 0 for 3. Second time he's grounded out to Roy Smalley. Number 9 batter, Chet Lemon, is 0 for 2. He did reach on the 2-base error by the left fielder, Heisel. Goltz picks up the sign from Weiniger. He rocks and deals to Chet Lemon. 4-10, righty-righty matchup. You have a 4, you have a 10. That's a hard hit ball to third. Well played by Cubbage. Throws to first, 2 away. Lemon's 0 for 3. 2 outs, bases empty. Top of the 7th, 1-0 White Sox. Ralph Garr has scored the only run for either team. That came in the 5th. With 1 out, he singled, stole second, scored on the Bucky Dent base hit to left. Yeah, I think it was to left because Heisel was a +2 arm. I remember. Well, he scored on the Bucky Dent hit, and I do believe it was to left. And that's how we stand, 1-0. Garr trying to keep the top of the 7th alive for the White Sox. Goltz deals to the left-hand batting Ralph Garr, who is 1 for 2 with a sac bunt. That's 3s across the board. We have a 3-6 right-handed pitcher. 3-6. Chopper to short. Smalley charges. Quick release to Carew. The side is retired. 3 ground balls, 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 1-0 White Sox. Game 1, best of 3 American League West Region, Round 1, 1976 Bicentennial Tournament. Sean Kaufman concurs with Morris Johnson that he loves Baseball Reference. I love Baseball Reference too, along with Pro Football Reference. Wilbur Wood, point of weakness check, does not start until the 8th. And actually, Dave Goltz got through his point of weakness check in the 7th. So again, you have to check each inning thereafter. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back, for it's root for your home team. If they lose, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out at the old ball game. As Ted Williams waves to the fans here in Minnesota. I take a sip of Gatorade. Um, love these Ted Williams cards. This is from 1976, 1975 year, but 1976 card, so it really doesn't matter which were the 75 set, but it is a really cool. They had an all-time all-star set. I like that card. I love this card. This is him in Korea. He was a fighter pilot, wingman for John Glenn, I do believe. Yeah, it was John Glenn. I'm pretty sure of that. And then this is a really nice card of the Splendid Splinter Teddy Ball game. This is a Topps card. Really beautiful. It says Wrigley Field celebrates 100 years, but it's Ted Williams. It's a really nice card. I'm looking forward to getting my Gino Cappelletti 1965 card, which is the 64 season when he won the MVP in the American League, in the American Football League, the AFL. Looking forward to that card. All right, so Wilbur Wood is done with his warm-up tosses. Bottom of the seventh, 1-0 White Sox. Wood will face Carew, Heisel, and Lyman Bostock. If anyone gets on, Disco Dan Ford. Rod Carew is 1 for 2. He struck out, singled, was thrown out at second by Brian Downing. Wood to Carew, lefty-lefty matchup. Off the Wood card, left-handed batter, 5-12. That is a walk. Carew is a double-A stealer. Wilbur Wood is a -2 on the hold. Downing is a +1 on the throw, so it's a -1. Last time we tried this, we rolled a 17. We needed a 16 or lower. He goes. He is safe. It's not a 1, 2, or 3, so there's no throwing error possibility. So Rod Carew walks, quickly turns it into a double, as they say, as he steals second. Larry Heisel is actually an A bunter. They're going to bunt. Let me think about this first. Drove in 90. He's going to swing the stick. He drove in 96 with 14 homers. Bottom of the seventh, Carew at second, no outs. Wood to Heisel. Off the Wilbur Wood card. Right-handed batter. We have a 6-7. Swing and a miss. Now, let's just say for ha-has, we rolled that 7. That would have been a good bunt on a B, because we would have said they were playing for the bunt. We always say they're playing for the bunt. Yeah. Instead, he strikes out. Heisel's now 0 for 3. 4 strikeouts for Wood. Carew still in scoring position, now with 1 out. Lyman Bostock, lefty-lefty matchup. Carew takes his lead. Wood looks over his shoulder. Now deals the flutter ball to Bostock. Off the Wilbur Wood card, left-handed batter. We have a 5-9. 5-9. Ground ball to second. Ground ball B. If no runners or forced runners hold, I don't believe that. It's a ground ball to the right side. I play it my way. Carew advances to third. Bostock is out as Brohammer goes to Spencer. Lyman Bostock 0 for 3. Carew 90 feet away from tying this game. Morris Johnson says, haha, playing Stratomatic on the computer and just had take me out to the ball game like 15 seconds ago. So it's up to Disco Dan Ford, who's 0 for 2. He's grounded to short, flown out to center. Did make a magnificent catch, robbing Kevin Bell of a home run, most likely. Back in the fourth. Can he do it with his bat? 1-0 White Sox. Wood to Disco Dan Ford. 2-7. Left-handed pitcher. 2-7. Look at that. All that good stuff there. And yet it's a 7. Hard hit ball to short. Dent has it. Throws to Spencer. The side is retired. Carew stranded at third. Wilbur Wood has tossed 7 scoreless innings. We go to the top of the 8th. 1-0 White Sox. Goltz is coming out for the top of the 8th. He has pitched very well. Both Goltz and Wood have been in trouble. Both have pitched out of trouble, except for Goltz. Gave up the 1 run in the 5th. Point of weakness check once again for Goltz. Gave up no hits or walks in the 7th, which was the original point of weakness check. Goltz will face Dent, Orta, Johnson. If anyone gets on, Jimmy Spencer. Here's the pitch to the right-hand batting shortstop for the White Sox, Bucky Dent. From the right-handed hurling Dave Goltz, we have a 1-7 right-handed pitcher, so it's off the Dent card. 1-7 single to left. Bucky Dent singles to left. Orta steps to the plate. Orta's 0 for 2 with a walk. He was caught stealing. He struck out, flown out to right. Do they want to go to Tom Bergmeyer here? And they will. They're calling for the lefty, Tom Bergmeyer. Lamar Johnson on deck. I mean, that 3 column's tough either way. Here comes Tom Bergmeyer in a 1-0 game, trying to keep it a 1-0 game with no outs and Bucky Dent at first. Jesus, that 4 column sucks. Maybe we just go right to Soup Campbell. They're going to go to Soup instead. Even though it's not a save situation, they're going to go to Soup Campbell. Campbell's good for 3 innings. So with no outs, let's put this over here. And a runner at first here in the top of the 8th. Goltz is sent packing. Bill Campbell will come in. So Goltz went 7 innings. So far has given up only 1 run. He is responsible for Bucky Dent at first. Campbell can go 3 innings in relief. 3rd inning is the point of weakness check. Campbell is a +2. 2E8. Campbell 8th. All right, so Dave Goltz, his day/night is done. Campbell done with his warm-up tosses. Orta steps back in the box, the left-hander's batter's box. No outs, Dent at first. Campbell to George Orta. We're looking at a 5-7 off the Campbell card. 5-7 strikeout. 1 away. One out, 1 on. Campbell will now face the right-hand batting first baseman Lamar Johnson. Lamar is grounded to short 3 times. Dent at first, not being held on. He's a D stealer. The pitch to Lamar Johnson. Six, 7. Right-handed batter. 6-7 ground ball to second. Randall is a 3E27. Yep, ground ball to second. That's a 9. We go to the error check. Oh boy. And again, Randall is an E27. An 11. E27, 11. He boots the ball 3 through 7, 11, and 12. So Randall takes his eye off the ball trying to turn 2 instead. They don't even get 1. E4. Second error committed by the Twins. 1 out. Dent to second. Lamar Johnson at first. A double play ball booted. Alex Acosta, how are you doing? Hope all is well. Here's Jimmy Spencer. 1 out, 2 on. 1-0 White Sox. They're looking to add to that lead. Campbell to the left-hand batting Jimmy Spencer. Trying to throw that curveball right off the table. He had a nasty curveball when he was healthy, Bill Campbell. 4-9. Oh, man, that's single 1 through 19. A good piece of hitting maybe by Spencer. Ooh, and he just lines it past the dive of the second baseman, Randall. It's a single 1 star, so the bases are juiced. Dent is held at third. Johnson to second. Spencer with his 3rd hit in 4 at-bats. All singles. Bases loaded. We are at Metropolitan Stadium. Again, I don't do stadium effects, but we're in Minnesota, Alex. I play advanced my way. Bases loaded for Kevin Bell. Bell is 1 for 3. Was robbed of a home run bid by Disco Dan Ford in right in the 4th. 1-0 White Sox. They will play for 2. The pitch to Kevin Bell from Bill Soup Campbell. Big moment here for both teams. Can the White Sox break it open? Can Campbell and the Twins shut it down? It's going to be off the Campbell card, 6-6. And that is going to be a shot by Kevin Bell. That's going to knock in 2 runs. Will it be a double? 50% chance of a double, 1 through 10. It's a double! The White Sox break it open against the Twins closer. Dent scores from third. Johnson scores from second. Being held at third is Spencer. Bell has knocked in 2 with a one-out double. 3-0 White Sox. Second and third. Infield moves in. Jack Brohammer at the plate. Young James the Professor. Kenny, how you doing? Infield in. The pitch to Brohammer. Off the Brohammer card. 1-4. 1-4. Ground ball A to the pitcher. All right, so it's a hard hit ball. Ground ball A. Runner holds at third. The play is to first. Brohammer is out. So it's still second and third. Brohammer 0 for 3 with a walk. Infield goes back to normal. 3-0 White Sox. Top of the 8th. So Goltz ended up giving up 2 runs. Both are they earned though? That's the question. First one's definitely earned. That was a possible double play ball, but you cannot assume the double play. So we're going to say 2 runs and 1 earned. I don't know if I did that right, but that doesn't really matter. Brian Downing trying to add to the White Sox lead. 3-0 Chicago. Top of the 8th, second and third. Spencer at third. Bell at second. Downing in the right-hander's batter's box. The windup and the pitch from Bill Soup Campbell to Brian Downing. 4-6. Right-handed batter. We have a 4. We have a 6. Fly ball to center field. Going back a bit now, coming in is Lyman Bostock. He makes the catch for the third and final out in the top of the 8th. But the White Sox plate 2 on the 1-out double by Kevin Bell. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Things looking good for the upset-minded Chicago White Sox. They lead 3-0 over the number 3 seeded Twins in the American League West region. Round 1, 1976 Bicentennial Tournament. Wilbur Wood, point of weakness check. Wood's going to stay out there. Wood will face Weiniger, Cubbage, Randall, the bottom third of this Twins order. Weiniger is 2 for 2, 2 singles. The pitch to Butch from Wilbur Wood to start off the bottom of the 8th. White Sox lead 3-0. 4-10. Weiniger is a switch hitter, so it's going to be a right-handed batter off the Wilbur Wood card. 4-10. Fly ball to left. Coming in, squeezing it, is Lamar Johnson. Weiniger is retired for the first time. 1 down in the bottom of the 8th. Yep. Young James, the Professor Kenny says Campbell had an awesome screwball when healthy. Also, he had that curveball that just dropped off the table. That could have been the screwball. In my mind, I thought it was just like you just would drop off the table. So I always thought it was a curveball. The way it just went. 1 out for Mike Cubbage. Cubbage 0 for 1 with a walk. The pitch to Cubbage. 5-8. Left-handed batter. 5-8. Ground ball to second. Jack Brohammer. Range error check. 3E15. That's a 12. We go to the error check. He's an E15. That's a 4. Will he boot the ball? Yes, he does. 3 through 5 and 9. Brohammer. Throw. Takes Spencer off the bag. Should have been out number 2 instead. Cubbage is at first thanks to the E4. So Cubbage at first. Bob Randall has a sack and a strikeout at 267. They're going to stick with Randall right now. Probably we're going to pinch hit for Braun, though. 1 out, 1 on. Wood sends the flutter ball fourth to the right-hand batting Bob Randall. Off the Randall card, left-handed pitcher, 110, 1-9. 1-9, swing and a miss on the flutter ball. 2 down. Cubbage will be off on contact. Wilbur Wood has struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Minnesota Twins. Here comes Braun. He has a good 3 column. So you're looking for 3 or 4. But let's look at who's on the bench for the Twins. They trail 3-0 in the bottom of the 8th. All right, what we got here? What do we have here? Two homers. I think we're going to go with Craig Cusick. I thought about DHing him. It's going to be Craig Cusick to pinch hit. Now the question is, do you stick with Wilbur Wood? I think you do. Wood has earned it. So Craig Cusick in the on-deck circle, loosening up a bit. It's going to be Cusick. And he is a C stealer, D bunter, D hit and run, horrible base runner, 1 through 9. Oh, that's Steve Bry. That's the right thing. Braun. I put the wrong Steve over there. Braun's out of the game. There's Cusick to pinch hit. Smalley on deck with 2 outs. Will the White Sox stick with Wilbur Wood? I mean, Cubbage reached on an error. There are 2 outs because Weiniger flew out. Cubbage reaches on the error. Randall strikes out. We're going to stick with Wilbur Wood here. So Craig Cusick, 259, 11 homers, 36 ribbies, slugging 432. Yes, they have Clay Carroll. They have Clay Carroll. But we're sticking with Wilbur Wood. He's earned it. 2 outs. Cubbage at first will be off on contact. They're not going to hold him on. They're playing behind him. He's a +2 runner, 1 through 14 now. The knuckler to Craig Cusick. 6'5". Right-handed batter off the wood card. 6'5". That's a... Wait a second. 6'5" is a ground ball to short. Bucky Dent's up with it. He throws to Spencer. The side is retired. Wilbur Wood pitches around the error. We go to the top of the ninth, 3-0. 3-0. White Sox. So it's again right-handed batter, 6'5". Right-handed batter, 6'5". Ground ball to short. Inning over. Wilbur Wood. The error doesn't count against his point of weakness check. So he's probably going to go in the ninth. And for Braun. Okay. So Bill Soup Campbell comes back, which means he would pitch 2 out of 3 of his innings, which if he pitches in game 2, the way I like to do it in this tournament is the point of weakness check would start in his second inning of relief. Depending how quickly he gets out of the inning. For the White Sox in the top of the ninth, up 3-0, trying to take a 1-0 lead in the best of 3. And that's a huge advantage, obviously. The number 9 batter, Chet Lemon. Then Gar and Dent. Campbell to Chet Lemon, righty-righty matchup. Off the Chet Lemon card, 2-8. A 2 and an 8 is a single to right. Boy, Campbell just does not have it tonight. So again, 2-8 single to right field. First hit for Chet Lemon. He's a B stealer. Campbell is a +2. Weininger's a 0. 1 through 15, he's going. And he's safe. Big insurance run at second. Top of the order for Gar. Gar's going to bunt. They're playing for the bunt. He becomes a B bunter. That's an 8 on the B bunt. That will advance Chet Lemon to third. Making the play at first is Rod Carew as he tags out Gar. One out. Lemon at third. Infield moves in for Bucky Dent. Dent knocked in the first run in the 5th. Infield in. Campbell to Bucky Dent. Off the Campbell card, right-handed batter. Infield in. 5-8. Ground ball B. The contact play is on. The throw to the plate. In time. So Chet Lemon is out. On the 5-8 ground ball B. So that ball was hit to Smalley. Smalley throws to Weiniger, who applies the tag. Bucky Dent reaches on the fielder's choice. 6-2. He's at first with 2 outs. George Orta steps to the plate. Orta, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, a walk, caught stealing. The one time he made contact, he flew out to right. The pitch to George Orta with Dent at first. He'll be off on contact with 2 outs. We have a 6-6. Get your kicks on Route 66. Left-handed batter. So 6-6. 1-2 is a double or a diving catch if it's higher. into the right center field gap by Lyman Bostock. It is a diving catch by Bostock. The side is retired. Bill Campbell and the Twins avert disaster. They don't give up any runs in the top of the ninth, but they still trail 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the ninth. What a catch by Lyman Bostock in center. Wilbur Wood going for the complete game. He will face Roy Smalley. Smalley is 1 for 2. I'm sorry, Smalley's 0 for 3. Rod Carew is 1 for 2. And Larry Heisel's 0 for 3. As they're calling all hands on deck in the press booth, a.k.a. the chat. World's Worst Gamers join us. Hope all is well. All right, we're going to stick with Wilbur Wood for now. The White Sox bullpen is ready. The knuckleballer to the switch-hitting Roy Smalley. The flutter ball flies forth from the arm of Wilbur Wood. Off the Smalley card, left-handed pitcher, 3-7. 3-7. Smalley grounds to his counterpart, Bucky Dent, who throws to Spencer. 1 down. Smalley's 0 for 4. That will bring up Rod Carew. The knuckler to Rod Carew. Lefty-lefty matchup. 2-5 to Carew. 2-5. Ground ball to Bucky Dent. They're playing Pepper with the White Sox shortstop. He throws to Spencer. Deja vu all over again. Rinse and repeat. 2 away. So that's a 2-5. Left-handed pitcher. Ground ball to short. Yep. Leaves it up to Larry Heisel, who's 0 for 3. Wilbur Wood looks in. He's ready. Takes a deep breath. The knuckleball delivery to Larry Heisel. 6-10. Right-handed batter. 6-10. Ground ball to Bucky Dent at short. Dent is a 2E19. That's a 16. This ball game is over. Bucky Dent has it. Fires to Spencer for a 3rd time in the bottom of the 9th. The White Sox come into Minnesota. They upset the Twins 3-0 behind the brilliant pitching of Wilbur Wood, the knuckleballer, the flutter ball. They take a 1-0 lead in the best of 3, heading back to Comiskey Park to try to close out the Twins and advance to round 2 of the 1976 Bicentennial Tournament, American League West Region. Your player of the game, you guessed it, Wilbur Wood. Wood goes 9 innings, gives up no runs. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was in trouble a few times, but always pitched out of the pickle. The losing pitcher, Dave Goltz. Goltz went 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, only 1 was earned. Campbell gave up the other run. And he went 2 innings. So, losing pitcher is Goltz. Winning pitcher, Wilbur Wood. As always, thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. Wilbur Wood shuts out the Twins 3-0. Beautiful job by Wilbur Wood. He is the player of the game. If you enjoyed the stream, please smack that like button. If you have not subscribed and you wish to do so, that would be awesome. If you do subscribe, hit the bell for notification when we go live. Check out the other wonderful content creators in the community, sub, like, and share them, as well as me. Become a member of the FOC, friends of the channel, friends of the community. Come back where everybody knows your name and they're glad you came. And just remember to treat people the way you want to be treated. If you don't enjoy a way a person plays a game, that's fine. But there's no need to cause a ruckus. Not in this community. And again, everyone's opinion, as long as it's cordial, is fine. But I like to say, just move on, I guess, right? So, anyhow, that's my little spiel on, again, if you enjoy the way I play, I greatly appreciate it. If you don't, that's fine too. If you enjoy someone else the way they play, that's awesome. If you don't, that's fine. But there's no need to, in my opinion, it's only my opinion, to cause any type of distress to anybody. So, thank you very much. Stay safe, be smart, treat people the way you want to be treated. God bless. We'll hopefully see you very soon for game 2. Can the White Sox sweep out the Twins and move on to round 2? Well, you got to come back to find out. Peace.